Hey guys, it's Naomi. I'm here to deliver you a video. Not exactly the video that I promised, but I think that you guys might actually be more intrigued by this one because this is some genuine saliva. I'm basically gonna explain a lot of what I've been talking about on my Facebook about a milestone I've been trying to get to. Well, I've officially reached it. Succeeded it actually, 2 days past due. Should have posted this video Sunday. And here we are, it's now Tuesday morning. I know it's late, I know. I had a drawn out video of everything, but I accidentally deleted it because I'm not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. But my milestone is I am a year and 2 days technically. A year would have been cooler because it's just been like a solid year. But it's been a year and 2 days now that I am med-free. And when I say med-free, I mean something along the lines of mental stability meds. Many people take mental stability meds for various reasons. My diagnosis is technically bipolar disorder, ADHD, manic depression, and I also have severe anxiety. I've been on mental meds since I was about 14 years old, in and out of counseling, trying to basically find myself. And I think after all these years, I'm finally here and I can say that I found me, and that's not with any help with the meds by any means. In fact, I decided to quit them. For the most part, I would say I've been on about 25 to 30-ish meds from the time I was about 14 to up until a year and some change ago. Basically, when you're on these types of meds, your body develops tolerances for it, and once the tolerance is developed, then you need to swap or alternate meds. And in some cases, you know, the meds take whiles to kick in and take time to even start working with your body and your genetic makeup. Well, I've struggled with this for a long time, and I just realized that meds have made it to where I'm codependent on them, and I almost felt like I needed them for the longest time in my life. And I was so young, and I started with them at such a young age that I was brainwashed and told that I needed them too because I was deemed crazy. But the reality is everybody's a little crazy. You just got to decide what you're going to do about it. You know, everybody handles their stuff differently. I'm not saying like nobody needs meds. Not at all. I'm saying that certain things you can deal with on your own, and you don't need to resort to taking mental meds. Not at all. Those of you that are like insane, don't take this advice. Disregard everything that I'm saying on this video because I don't need you out here doing crazy things like cutting up animals and things like that. But my point to this video is to shed some light on those of you scared to speak up with your issues. And when I say issues, you know, people think issues are like negative. Nah, everybody's got issues, everybody's got problems, everybody deals with things differently. This is coming from somebody that's been through quite a bit and has dealt with their trauma in negative ways and positive ways. And to be honest with you, life is trial and error. Without the negative, there is no positive, in my personal opinion. Grew up in a small town. Lost my mom at 14, went on meds, counseling, developed cutting issues, eating disorders, got past that stuff, you know, moved on to a bigger city, went to Nebraska, and Nebraska is where I realized it was huge, and I got into some mix up with alcohol there, lost people that meant so much to me, and didn't understand why, but it was me, it was here. I was not all there, and it was because I was using negative coping methods. I resorted to alcohol and other things that just weren't a healthy outlet. And I had to lose a lot of people to understand that it was time for me to get my ducks in a row. And after that passed, you know, I was able to still work and maintain my 3.5 grade point average because I don't know what it was, but even though I went through the mental issues and the withdrawals and things like that from my medication, I never ever let it stop me from accomplishing my goals or maintaining a job. I've never not held a job longer than 2-3 years. Longest job I had was 5 years, and I did it with people with mental and cognitive disabilities, and I loved it because it was nice to know that I wasn't the only one not doing okay or the only one not with any issues, you know, like everybody's got their problems. It's just about talking about them and being okay with not being okay. And I, for the longest time, could never say I was okay. It was always content. And content, in my opinion, is just basically fair. Like, dealing with it, but not doing anything to better myself, you know? And what these meds were doing is basically keeping me at bay, you know? Like, I would be going through things and I would think it was okay to be numb to things. Like, for instance, what was a snap for me is when I lost my sister to a motorcycle accident. When I lost my sister to that motorcycle accident, I didn't grieve for her the way she deserved to be grieved for. I think that was a turning point for me and made me realize that the last thing I want to ever do for the rest of my life is take a pill. The difference with me is I was taking several pills. I took about four pills a day, and I knew what they were, but I never really went into details about the side effects and the detrimental effects they can have on you lifelong or life term or anything of that sort. One of the main concerns for me, my med, was lithium. Lithium is a serious med. It's used to treat, I don't even want to go into detail because it's scary. Look it up if you get some time. It's not something I should have been on for something as mild as bipolar disorder. I'm assuming it works for some. For me, it made my hair fall out. I gained a lot of weight. I didn't know who I was going to be every day. I was very numb to anything that occurred around me. Anything traumatic didn't affect me the way it would affect somebody with normal emotions, and I was numb. Well, when I decided to get off the lithium, I got off my other 3 meds like normal by weaning or tapering. So basically you just slowly drop the doses to where it's little to nothing you're taking. I did that with the 3 other meds, but my 4th med, which was the lithium, I did not do that correctly. I basically quit cold turkey, and I ended up with a 3-month withdrawal process where it was the worst 3 months of my life. Getting up to go to the bathroom or shower or normal daily routines for me were unbelievably ridiculously hard, and I hated every minute of my life. And there was times where I wanted to leave. I wanted to go. I didn't want to be here anymore. But after those 3 months, things got easier. What I'm telling you is, I'm not telling you to not go on meds if you absolutely feel like they're necessary. But I'm saying if there's an outlet that you can use for an alternative method, please go that route. I don't want you to ever feel like you need a med to be okay. No, you're not going to always feel okay, and it's okay to experience emotions. It's okay to experience the deep thoughts of not wanting to be on the planet, the thoughts of feeling like you're not enough, or just, feeling human. Everybody's human, and everybody's going to feel a certain way sometimes. It's called emotions. And for the first time ever, I'm dealing with these emotions on my own, and believe me, I'm scared shitless. But it feels good to be me, and it feels good to be the real me and know that it's not filtered, or I'm not codependent on a pill to make me feel like I can get through the day. I'm proud of this because nobody talks about this kind of stuff. Everybody scrapes it under the rug or brushes it where it doesn't need to belong, but the reality is I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I can say that I am actually okay. I'm doing well. I struggle every day, dealing with emotions on my own and not having that codependency on those mental meds, but it feels good to be able to say, hey, this is how I'm going to act based on this emotion. This is what I'm going to do based on that emotion. Very proud of myself. This video is so short, and I wanted to get into more detail about things. I just want everybody to know that you can reach out to people. Let people know what you're feeling, and understand that no matter what you're going through, you will get past it no matter what, and you don't need to resort to anything like overdosing on meds, doing drugs, the negative outlets people use to numb themselves and not feel what's really there. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to not be okay. I cannot stress that enough, because people think that life is unicorns and rainbows, and you know what? It's not. It's shitty, We pay bills and we die. The gist of it, it's the reality. It's the cold hard facts. And the idea of living a healthy life is, everything's perfect. Nah, that's not how it goes. You got to get through things on your own, and you got to figure things out on your own, but your support team is what's key. You got to have people that are there for you to help you, hug you when you're sad, be there. But don't ever for a second think that it's not okay to not feel okay, because at the end of the day, God's not going to give you any hand of cards you can't deal with, and I've been given a shitty hand, and I'm learning to deal with it, and I'm a work in progress. But one thing I know for certain is being off these meds for this long feels damn good, and I'm never gonna ever go back to that dark place. And my dark place was where I was when I was depressed for so long and I hated everything, and I didn't. In a long story short, I'm blessed to be alive. I only got 15 minutes and I'm sad. I can't go into details about this, but my milestone is here and I'm never going back. I've made it a year. Why not 15 years, 20 years, 30 years? I don't need mental meds. Punch something. And by something, I don't mean walls or anything. I mean like a punching bag. or write something, or draw something, or vent to somebody, talk to somebody. There's nothing wrong with talking to a therapist. Or if you don't trust the therapist, talk to your friend. You know, let it out. Don't let it build to where you explode and then people are looking at you like you actually are crazy, because it happens. Prime example, I've done it before at my work setting. I'm finally understanding that I don't need to come off as abrasive and aggressive as I do sometimes, and you always should think before you speak, and emotions come and go, and it's a healthy way to deal with them is not needing to be codependent on medication. I'm not saying that meds are all bad by any means. I'm saying if you need to go on medication, please do your research. Please see what's up with them, because I didn't research a lot and I didn't realize the long-term effects for a lot of my meds, and a lot of it is life-changing and life-threatening and fatal for some instances. I want you to know that this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, to come out and basically let people know that I am technically mentally unstable. And you know what? It's all good, because it's me. I won't ever apologize for being me. I will apologize for my actions that led me to act the way that I did in my growth, and I will work on bettering myself. But a person that makes mistakes and owns up to those mistakes is, in my opinion, is bettering themselves as a whole, you know? I hope that this video touches some of you and you guys are able to come to me if you need anything. Understand that life is full of surprises, and it's how you take on those surprises that will help you live that healthy lifestyle. Mental meds are an outlet, and I used them as a crutch for many years. And for the longest time, I was a victim, you know, and I played that, oh, poor me, I need this, and I'm struggling with this. But in all actuality, I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor. And I hope that you guys are comfortable enough to open up and let people know your story. This is only the gist of my story. I can only give so much detail in a 15-minute clip, but I'm hoping that this video will have people ask me questions, help me understand why it is that things happen the way that they do, and to understand that mental medication is okay in some cases, worst cases, but if you can do it on your own, do that. Accomplish. Make good choices. Understand that your health is so important, and relying on a medication for the rest of your life is not by any means healthy. Thank you so much for tuning in. My video originally was 45 minutes long. Now that I'm thinking about it, you guys probably would have got bored. This one's short, sweet, to the point. I'm hoping you guys find key points that you want me to expand on, and you subscribe, like my shit. If not, that's cool too. I get it. It's not for everybody. But again, I'm here. Ask away. Give me some ideas on what you guys want me to talk about, because I'm going to spit it all. Everybody's going to know what's up. Genuine saliva. No filter. And it's me. Have a good night.